Hey everybody, Jana Zunich here from the Soul Food Bank with class number 4 of Speak Your Words in Prayer. We are now moving on to the last two steps of the prayer. This class is step 4 and then next class will be step 5. So to review, we've gone through recognition, understanding who and what our higher power is and how we relate to it, unification, bringing ourselves to the awareness that that power and that presence is everywhere, including inside of us and all around us. And realization, the step where we start to claim the good that we want to see in our lives, that we want to experience through positive affirmations. And if you remember, we talked about affirmations that are in the present tense. They're spoken in positive terms and they're personal. They're about us and our responses and reactions to the world. Now, step 4 is Thanksgiving. Another word for Thanksgiving, gratitude. Remember the little train that said, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can? Well, here we don't say that. We say instead, I'm so thankful I am. And then we talk about what we talked about in the prayer. So we don't hope that we can have something. We don't wish for it. We don't think we can. We state that we're so thankful already, that it's already happening right in this very moment. So Thanksgiving reaffirms the prayer. It adds a seal in your mind. It powers the power, meaning it unleashes the law of attraction or the spiritual laws of correspondence, your words going out into the world when we give thanks for them. And gratitude is an amazing engine to drive to get things done. Sometimes when you can't think of anything to give thanks for, just start where you are and give thanks for your breath. And I defy anybody to be cranky and expressing gratitude and thanksgiving. I think it's hard to be ticked off when you're basically giving thanks for everything around you. So this Thanksgiving lifts that prayer, it lifts your heart and gets you ready for the release step. In this step, Thanksgiving is for the prayer and what you've said, not a laundry list of all the things that you're thankful for in the world. So you can say, I'm thankful for the prayer. You could say, I'm thankful for this time to spend with whatever you name your higher power. You could say, I'm thankful that each affirmation that I have spoken is the truth. And you can be thankful for the law of attraction. I'm thankful that I can speak my words into this law and know that they return to me fulfilled. So that's the kind of things that we'll be saying in the Thanksgiving step, not thank you, God, for air and sky and planets. We stick to what we're talking about. So here's a few different ways to phrase your Thanksgiving step. Is I am thankful for, I have such gratitude for, I feel enriched by this prayer, these truths, these words, this moment, this time. Any of those combinations will work, or something you make up totally on your own that works for you. Because that's the most important part about this prayer, is it has to work for you. It has to be true to you. It has to feel all you. It has to resonate with you. Now, I wanted to bring back this chart to remind you, this is a very short class on Thanksgiving, and it will be a short class on release as well, because these are the smallest steps of the prayer. Remember, recognition and unification are the largest parts of the prayer. That's where we spend our most time, because we are getting ourselves to that place where we are in complete unity, harmony, balance with the divine, and knowing it within ourselves. That gives us the power to move into the realization step, which is also a longer part of the prayer too, because that's where your affirmations are. But if you had 5 minutes to spend in prayer and you spent 2 minutes on recognition and 2 minutes on unification and a minute on all the other things, that would still be great. So that's just to remind you that you don't have to make up 100 sentences of Thanksgiving, that you can just name a few and it will be fine. For example, I'm so thankful and grateful for these words which I have spoken in this prayer. I am so thankful to have this time in prayer to remember my truth and know my goodness. I'm so thankful for each part of this prayer for the good I have claimed. All of those work, and one of those would work. Or make up your own. That's the most important part. So I'll give you your homework. Number 1, write 3 gratitude statements you can use in this step of the prayer. And if these are the 3 that work for you, that's okay. If you want to make up your own, that's okay too. And if you can't think of anything to be grateful about, start where you are. Your breath, your body, your heart, your home. I tell this story often, but it bears repeating. There was a time in my marriage where things weren't going so well, and my husband and I had decided that one of the ways we could reclaim intimacy was to pray and meditate together. So the first night we sat up in bed and we did our meditation, and then there was silence, and he kind of leaned over and nudged me and said, "You say the prayer." Now, remember, I'm a licensed spiritual counselor. I pray for a living. But I answered him in the most kind and loving tone of voice that I could imagine and said, "Why do I have to say the prayer? You say the prayer. I always say the prayer." Kind and loving, of course. And the reason why was that I couldn't think of how to start the prayer. I felt in such despair about the place our relationship was in and some other things that were happening in my life. I just couldn't think of how to get going. And so he started, and he said, "Well, Spirit, we want to thank you for this warm bed we're laying in, because some people don't have a bed. And we're so grateful for these puppies in the bed with us because they give us so much love. And we're so happy for a job to go to, a car to drive to the job in, this home that surrounds us, the food in the refrigerator. We're so grateful." And as he did that, I could feel my vibration start to lift. I could actually feel it start to raise up to that place. Remember Ralph Waldo Emerson saying, prayer is contemplation of your life from the highest point of view? Well, I could feel him lifting us up to that highest point of view. So, and then from then he began to pray on the things that were troubling us. And, he even said that when he got to that place, he knew he had the right answers, or he knew the answers were right there for him to pray in the prayer. So if you can't think of anything, just start where you are with your breath. To start the prayer, if you can't even start the recognition step because it's too scary, or you're very upset, or you're sad, or you're having some big feelings, then start with gratitude. Start saying, "Thank you for my breath. Thank you for my body. Thank you for my life." And then as you feel yourself lift up to that higher place, then you can start the prayer. So I'll leave you to your homework, and then we'll catch you tomorrow with phase 5, the last step of the prayer. Bye.